go.
I got it.
There you go.
Appreciate it.
Right. No, that's what I was asking him,
Yeah. Yeah. Are you hoping and thinking that it's going to be the same? Because no, it's not.
Yeah, I was guilty of that for a long time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
No, and you want it. It's because you feel like it should be that way, and that's the only way. That's the only way you know, and you have to change that thinking and
it's like, why are these
think a
people
different
running
way.
on 3rd and long? Oh my god.
Yeah. That draw is not going to work for 16, but unless you're easy and then you're running Mott for 17.
Oh, I know. Mott is a anomaly in this. He got really lucky with him. I mean, and he knows how to use them. So he's
Yeah. But he'll tell you it wasn't luck because he went up and got him. So, and that is true.
Well, no, I know, but look, as you see, he could have crashed. I mean,
they all don't pan out. And speaking of that, while Rick is trying to connect, speaking of crashing, Troy Fatano, his tackle, the 2nd round guy.
Rick.
Yep, Rick. I hear you.
Hear me? All right.
I
I just switched over to an iPad instead of my laptop, which has a mind of its own.
Yeah, we were just talking about.
I already cut him. So.
Oh, okay.
That was the guy on my radar too.
I don't know. The bad scouting bars. I was scared to pick anything after the 2nd round. In hindsight, I should have been scared to pick anything past the 1st. So, but hey, I'll fix that next season.
Yeah. So
everybody gets fired next season. Everybody's gone. The janitors, the secretary, everybody's gone.
Yeah, we've touched base on a lot of the things. So yeah, wherever you want to go with this, as far as your squad, that's fine.
The defense is actually shaping up good. Offense it's getting there. It's getting there.
All right, so let's talk about one of your picks that actually did pan out.
Yeah, the one and only that panned out.
Oh, well, that he's the only one. So yeah, Malik Neighbors. His development. So hopefully you have some kind of a mentor here. No, I don't see one.
I'll go search for one. But I have a good 24-year-old X or R, depending on where I want to put him, and a bunch of other guys that they're useful. And because we're just going to throw the ball. It's going to be, the Titans are throwing the ball 60, 70 times a game. So we're going to air it out.
Okay. So is this a T-Zac hybrid or is this your own stuff?
Is a Ben hybrid of sorts.
It's a Ben hybrid. Okay.
I'm mixing in fancy run plays, going from strong side to weak side to strong side, draws, counters, reverses, and things like that, along with pass protection passing. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay, so you're not going to pull a clown and go reverse on the start of every drive, are you?
No.
In fact, if
we're lucky, we'll run the ball 15 times a game.
Okay, I'm not sure if he still does that, but he's been known to do that. So you plan on running at least 15 times.
15 times a game to keep the defense honest.
Okay, so this is the use of a running back and not just your quarterback.
Exactly. I don't have any design quarterback runs. That's too dangerous.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to see Marco Shaw finally get his chance, and
he's got two good wide receivers to throw to.
Yeah,
and the tight ends aren't terrible.
Maybe we'll finally. What year is this? This is going to be year 3. So we got 2 more years really before we see that evaluation of who's going to be the better of the 3.
Yeah, Purcell is an excellent tight end to me. I mean, Poole is a solid receiver to go along with Neighbors. It looks you're running Neighbors in the slot right now.
Yeah, I think the Neighbors. I think he actually last game I checked he went into Z, which is fine. Wherever the thing wants to put him, I got plays for everybody.
Yeah, you got Jaden Reed.
Mhm.
And then you still Jordan Addison, not so much, but he's young. He's young enough.
Mhm.
Okay. And then you
In the run
mentioned
game, we have
yeah,
enough
Mickey
guys to pull off the
Purcell.
weird runs we're going to do.
Gotcha.
Not
So
much on a
Poole's
whole
in
wreck
his third
anymore,
year.
but we
Poole's
can
in the slot. Okay, I see.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then yeah, you know,
All undrafted running backs.
Mhm.
Interesting.
you got McSwain at guard, who's like an All Pro. I
Yeah, we've got
mean,
the O line's not too terrible. The center, I didn't get a good center in free agency, but it's for we don't have to really run too much behind him. But the rest of the guys, not too bad. Not bad for cobbling together a bunch of guys. But I would say I had to. I think I replaced 45 some odd people on this roster.
45.
the
Goodness.
defense
Somewhere
looks
along that
solid.
line. I just swept through the whole house, and I got as many guys. I was glad the team had all this money left over because I could pay the guys that the other folks can't, and I still
Right.
have some future cap space ahead. So the secondary, cha-ching, I'll take it, and that
Mhm.
has to be our strength because we're going to be in shootouts more or less.
I mean, the thing I see that you need is a running back. Like,
Yeah, and couldn't draft one. All the guys I liked, of course, were taken, and then. But I'll wait to see. Maybe somebody will cut somebody, just take that. But for now, for 15 carries, the guys there will do the trick.
And going back, Banks and Kidman are on the block. Let's see what. Let's see
And
what he
some of the
looks like here.
prices for some of these guys, I'm not paying that. So
No, I hear you there. So Nate Banks.
yeah,
Yeah,
nah, I wouldn't take that.
yeah, that's
See, I can
probably
take a
kind of
guy
what
with
you
a
got.
high elusive bar and give him a reverse. I can give him a, line up on the strong side and run to the weak side. I can do something like that as shotgun. I can get yards out of those guys nobody really likes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if he wasn't 31, I'd take a chance.
like as a guy like if you can peel away from the Emery from the Browns.
My old guy.
Yeah,
He's
Emery,
average.
100, yeah. But I think
He's
his price
averaging
tag is way too high for me.
really fifth year.
He's I
Uh,
I
he's
remember some of
unsettled.
the prices were like second round. I ain't paying second for that.
Who for
No, but
who? A running
I
back?
hear you. But that's what I was saying. He's
Yeah,
in his final year of his contract, right?
right.
Yeah,
And
no way they should be asking for second rounds for any of the three guys that are showed.
I've been shocked with some prices I've seen guys go for. So
well, the third
and
year
and the
guys,
prices
yeah,
people are asking likewise.
Yeah. Well, to me, that should change now that we're in the preseason and getting ready to head to the regular season. Otherwise, they can hold on to them and cut them for nothing.
Yeah, right now I've got about $30,000 to spend after all the cuts, or $30 million to spend, and I might have to go scouring the rosters and see who hasn't been extended. And they don't have enough money to extend and be able to get
Yeah,
fourth
somebody
round
like
pick.
Corey Kelly from the Chargers as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you still have to understand that, depending on what he's wanting to spend, these guys still need to be made available. So I mean,
Right.
you can look at guys all you want, but if they're, if they're not really on the block, he's going to have to pay for that, and he's saying that he's not going to do that. So,
No, I know, but like a guy like Vince Plaquemire from the Giants, who's a 38 overall, 38, but it's got like amazing hole rack, right? And
Well, if you look at Hill, he can max at 62, and he'll get because it's a running back by committee here, so he's probably going to get 7 carries,
right.
And if he can go for 4 or better, that's a win in my book. Until I can get a really good guy in the draft,
Right.
which is what
No,
I'm
I
hoping
agree.
for.
Hill looks is a 4.25 yards a play. Why not? I mean, anything over 3.5 is a plus. I mean,
then I got the veteran Osborne, not the flashiest guy, but 57 on the whole rack, at least from what I see.
57 on mine.
Yeah. So I can make that work with the O line. If I had an O line that was all pass protection types, all these guys would just fry and die.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys I have on the team can actually run block a little bit. So it's, 60-ish run blocking guys behind guys with whole rack guys running behind, I can get something. If I can get 4 yards to carry, it's a win this year.
All right, so Cobb had 6 for 6.
Let's see.
Toe Hill 4-2, and then Osborne. So I guess you're just hoping that with more carries, those average.
Well, the guys with the high elusive bars, they run reverses for me.
Oh, and still,
okay.
This was not your team last year either. So
right. I took over right after the draft. Right. I guess the other GM, it didn't work out in the draft. The staff draft in the last.
Yeah. So what's your of Shaw? What is your what's your thoughts about Shaw?
When I first got the team, I said, "Hey, I got a quarterback," because I don't mind that he doesn't have the good. What is it? Timing bar. The rest of it is great.
Timing and third down, yeah.
Yeah, timing third down. Well, third down, even the quarterbacks with the low third downs, they can still get a team in the 38 to 40 range. That's good enough.
Right.
And so the sense rush is 100. I show his intelligence is 99.
Exactly. I mean, I've had a quarterback that didn't even have an accuracy, or actually had no sense rush, no read defense. I still pulled about 30 touchdowns out of it. So it can be done with a little finesse.
Well, he's only had 29 in his career, so yeah, that should. I'd say go ahead and get this guy signed.
I mean, I remember going back to that draft, and Shaw was the definite consensus #1, and then it was between my guy and Carlson, and when we did this, we were all talking about who's the toss up after Shaw, and Shaw was the guy.
Oh yeah, Shaw was the guy. I think I liked Carlson a little more, but only just because of his size. But I wasn't hating on Chenard.
No. Listen. Me and you talked about that was a throw up, but I mean, I'm talking about Shaw. I'm talking about
Shaw was definitely the #1 for me. Yeah.
Me too.
And Shaw's only downfall was this bad team around him, and for 2 years in a row, this guy's probably been beat up. It's like Vinny Testaverde getting his ass beat up in Tampa. So,
yeah. Let's see.
But 11 touchdowns and 24 picks.
He's been sacked 45 times. That. Yeah, he's been sacked 45 times.
Yeah.
I mean, so lessening the pressures and the interceptions are obviously the goal here. I mean,
the good news is you got a better cast around him now. And
right.
We have an O-line I think can keep him upright enough, and we'll be passing the ball enough to get the rest of his bars developed and get that rolling. And then if we're lucky, we'll get a running game going, and maybe I could start ramping down that passing to something more balanced. For now, it's like, here's the strength. He's got 2 good wide receivers and a tight end. Why not chuck it down the field? Why not?
I had a quick question. So, I mean, I know you were trying to shore up some things for him, but you didn't see any linebackers available this draft?
Linebacker, actually, I bought Max Weber via trade, and I brought in Overshown, and
so you brought in Overshown,
Hall, and linebackers. I can fix Hall, that next year. For now, I got a good.
William, is this a gloat?
Say it again.
Is this a gloat?
No, absolutely not. No, I'm looking,
Come on. I,
I'm looking
I'm
at
really
a guy
only here
like,
to talk about your draft. I've never seen anything like what you did this draft.
oh, is this
Uh,
Southie?
yeah, come on.
Okay, okay.
Incredible. You, you, I think you have what, three fifths of an offensive line, and incredible. Actually, your
Well,
first round pick was the only bad pick, I think.
we had 14 shots at it. So, you know,
No, no, it's not even about the quantity, but incredible. I can't believe what you did.
well, thank
Uh,
you. I,
that
it
I've never
is,
seen anything like that.
well,
That's really
I don't see it as, I don't see it as good as you, but we kind of touched on that a little bit. I mean,
Robinson, and and Brent. I think
yeah,
Brennan
Brennan,
Jackson,
I don't know what Brennan was. I mean, Brennan,
yeah,
we talked about that before.
and then Bird is a
Gary should have been
linebacker, in my
better.
opinion. I think Bird is a
Who?
linebacker. You should have dropped weight on him,
Uh, well,
put him
mm,
inside or weak side
maybe,
in the 4-3.
maybe,
Yeah,
but like I said, that can probably wait. Um,
incredible.
I,
I've never
I,
seen anything like it.
yeah. Well, I
We're kind of
didn't.
talking Tennessee now.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. No, but no, it was not a gloat. I was just more looking at a guy like Trey Rice and Den, and wondering if, you know, if there were other guys. And I understand you overhauled this unit,
You know, if you
and
look at the D line, we're solid there. Secondary, we're solid
mhm,
there as well. Linebackers, I can grab more of those guys along the way, but at least I got one good rush linebacker, which will help the front three anyway.
okay,
And but yeah, that's one group that'll get a little bit more love as well as the running back group. But
okay. Well,
defensively, I think we're okay. We're okay.
I'm
well, I
shocked. William, we talked about this. I'm shocked, and you were right. I was wrong. That Neighbors isn't better than um,
Harrison.
Brian Thomas.
Oh, Brian Thomas. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. You told me he would be. I did not like Brian Thomas.
yeah. No, yeah, we can talk about Thomas here in just one
But
second. I
Thomas is
do want,
good.
yeah, I do want to say that your defensive line are perfect for. I would not mind having one of your linemen. So I will be in touch.
Who are you talking to? Tennessee?
Yeah, yeah. I'm talking to Rick.
Oh yeah, we got
I don't want to have to deal with it.
Yeah, I want. Yeah, I want to. I'm talking to Rick. Yeah,
I think you
there's.
should. I
You
think you
got
should
about. You
take
got
one of them off.
you got about four guys that I'd really be interested in.
if you come and call him with a linebacker until let me know. You stick a couple in your back pocket and knock on my door.
I got you. Okay. Oh, that's funny.
Or you can also put a running back in your front pocket too.
Yeah, well, you know, it may be, maybe. Um, let's see. So looking at your tight ends, you said you had the two young ones. Yeah, I love Purcell, Middleton. You're close. You're going to be close. This is gonna be interesting.
Our goal is 500 or better. That's the goal. 500 or better.
500 or better.
Well, anything
500 or
above
better,
that is we're popping champagne.
yeah. So
But if we fall on our ass at 4 wins, then I'll be disappointed.
you need Southpaw to slip down about 3 games, and you might have a shot then.
Yeah, at least we're going to be competitive this year because I looked at the game logs from last season and the plays that were used for the players. It could have been better. Put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his team.
It was. I don't know if
I
it
think
was. I don't know, but it was.
I think
the plays were nothing downfield.
Yeah, he ended up telling me, like right before you, right? I mean, no, right after you took the team.
Mm-hmm.
he had told me, well, he did like the drafting aspect, and so he wanted to stay. Well, I had already promised the team to you, so that didn't happen. Which I was really surprised that he said that, because why quit right before the draft if that's the case?
Right.
But you say how many players did you replace this offseason?
Oh my gosh, I think easily 40 people are gone from whatever. If you look
Wow.
at the transactions section, it's probably loaded.
Yeah.
So much for
Out of here,
cohesion.
out of here. And I just let about 6 more guys go.
Yeah,
So-
looking at it here, yeah, that fills up a whole page.
Yeah, that's a lot of over. I destroyed whatever cohesion we have, and so that's the battle. Cohesion, new team, new faces, everything. But I didn't have a team that could run the ball. I have decent offensive linemen, or at least the guys I have may pick up, some yards. But we're going to throw the ball to Shaw, Neighbors, and even get that tight end with no route running bar involved.
You can beat us.
And
You can beat us.
What was wrong with Connell?
Who?
This guy looks like he just got released. I don't know if you can see my screen.
Oh, just a body that got let go. Is one of those. I'm only going to keep 3 or 4 running backs, and then his whole recognition just. I said, next. I have other guys.
Okay, I was just looking at the guys who are still left, and I was just curious. That's all.
And this is one of those dinosaur rebuilds. You know how the dinosaurs laid tons of eggs and the species survived. This is kind of how I'm going at free agency.
Wow, that's something.
The dinosaur free agency didn't have the dinosaur drafting tools because the scouting bars were awful.
You're just erasing the whole prior team.
So as a money situation, I'm just trying to figure out. So what do you see in let's say a guy like Cobb and Sampson over Connell?
Well, Sampson got let go. He's gone.
Okay, I
kept Osborne, Cobb, and Toohill, and everybody else I sent packing.
Okay, so a guy looking like Cobb. So is it his elusiveness, because he's not very smart either?
Right, but the elusiveness for reverse is perfect.
Okay.
And speed to outside, perfect for that.
Okay. And so this is you say it's a Ben hybrid, so I'm guessing that
because Ben was pretty much past every down. The running came from the quarterback. For me, the running will come from reverses with guys like the guy you just had up on the screen with the high elusive bar, and then the guys with whatever Horek can do the middle runs.
Okay.
And everybody else can hit the tackles.
So about how many reverses do you run?
About 3 different ones. I have 6 in the playbook, but I bring out 3 and I'll just interchange the other ones as we go.
Yeah, I want to say that Clown kind of does that same thing, if I remember correctly.
Well, I've run reverses in every league I've been in. And I run them in certain spots. In first and 10, sometimes red zone, but they're not every play is a reverse. That's never going to happen.
Yeah, no. I know what I'm saying is like it just seemed. I can't remember if he still does it, but I know he did it. at least 2 seasons in a row. To where
no reverses.
When
all those guys that are throwing away that have high elusive bars, I can get 6 yards of carry out of those guys, and they'll score long touchdowns and whatnot. So to me, there's value in the elusive bar where everybody else says, "Oh hell no, the elusive bar is garbage." To me, I've had to create running games in other leagues where I didn't have whole rec guys, and I've finished top 5 in yards per carry. We didn't have the carries and the yards, but we had the yards per carry, and that's what counts. When we do run, at least be positive.
Okay, and so you're saying you're going to run 15 times a game. 6 of them will be reverses. Okay,
right. It's a finesse way of running the ball for us.
Gotcha. And so, how many yards a game do you think you average doing that?
Let's see. If I go to the TFL where I have a team that's like this with the running, we finished with a something yards per carry for number 5 overall rushing with these exact same looking guys.
Okay.
And O-line similar.
All right.
It's one of those
Interesting.
we wait for the day when Marshall Falk is available for drafting. In the meantime, I'll just cobble together high elusive guys, high breakaway speed guys, high speed outside guys. Guys with these
Gotcha.
freakishly long bars can run reverses and run, east-west runs.
Mhm. Okay. That's what we like doing it, because that's a new one for me.
As I've always said, Jim put ugly, long-looking bars in these guys for a reason. So I decided to try using them on reverses and other runs, and suddenly I'm getting runs out of guy with whole rec at 25. These
Mhm.
guys are breaking off 60-yard touchdown, but they also had a 60-yard touchdown in exchange for a 6-yard loss. But that's okay.
Right. So you're the Barry Sanders way of running.
Exactly. At least until I get real running backs.
Gotcha. So
And
what do you? So defensively, because since you're new to the league, and so some of the people who listen, they're not. A lot of them aren't in a bin league or anything like that. So, so defensively, what do you like to do?
3-4, 100% blitz on every down. That's what to be expected.
Mm-hmm. But 3-4s are those not like automatic, where you're saying you just do the extra?
The extra, exactly. It's minimum 1 blitzer 100% of the time, and then 30 to 40 with multiple, depending on who I'm playing. If I play a really good team, or I'll just go single blitzer. If I play
your weak side in a 3-4, the weak side is automatically blitzing.
Yeah, he's automatically blitzing, but I love to have him go along with the Silv go as well. And so I'll send a double that way. I try to avoid sending the corners and safeties, but I can't always have what I want. But I'll just put in what I think could screw teams up, because of the way the offense is going to work. We're going to throw the ball a lot, and we can get into shootouts. The secondary, which I retooled, if we can pick a few off, we get the ball again. And if I can disrupt timing of the other quarterbacks by just blitzing the crap out of them, I have the chance to get turnovers. And so that's kind of how it's a high risk, high reward kind of defense with an offense that just hopefully will throw the ball well and run good enough to not, get smacked around too much.
Mm-hmm. So are you, which bin league are you in?
No, I was in the IHOP for a long while.
Okay.
But now I'm just in a few leagues now. I'm on the waiting list though to get back in.
That's Ben's league, right? IHOP.
Yeah, I was in a couple about a year back, but I had me and the missus bought our dream home here in Arizona, and I said I'm not going to mail it. I can't be a GM that just mails in my team's stuff,
Right.
So I said, I'll just go back in the waiting list, and I'll get a team when it comes up. And now I'm number 1 on the list. Now, for the next person who leaves, I'm back in. So it worked out. It'll still work out.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But yeah, I grew up in the Ben leagues for a long time. I first started playing, it was in the FOF family of leagues. Then I went over to the Ben's GML, his CCFL, and his IHOP league. And I played there exclusively for a long time.
Gotcha. Yeah, the only contact I had with Ben was in the old CYFL.
Firefly.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I remember the name of that league. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was
that's the money league.
Yeah, that was many moons ago. So yeah, and that's how I met up with Nick. He was a gravedigger over there, and that was one of my first multiplayer leagues outside of GFL 2 and TFL. So
while you were doing that, I was over in Bears League, Bear Growls League, the VNFL,
and
and then Nick was really competitive against Ben. You know what I'm saying? For so in certain things, Gravedigger or what? I mean, he was nicking to be NFL, and then like I got into Fireflies League and a couple other leagues. But I met you in Fireflies League.
Oh,
I
okay.
and that's where I met you. And Fireflies League was actually really fun.
Yeah, yeah. It really was. I mean, and that's kind of where, kind of
Including being
learn.
fired.
You could be fired. Yep.
You could, because that was a bit
Yeah.
exciting.
Yes. Yeah. It was different. And like I said, I learned a lot of strategy. in
and you
that
can win
league.
money for losing.
Yes, you could. You could, but you could win a lot more from winning too, though. So
Yeah, I won more
but
money than losing than winning.
yeah, but the key to that league though was not getting fired, because you knew once you got fired, it's kind of like men's league now. It's a long road getting back.
Yeah,
Right.
Fantasy League
So-
right now does let GMs go who have too many seasons of futility.
Who does?
Ben's the IHOP let a guy go for 20 years of futility.
Oh shit! Well, oh hell, 20. That's enough. Yeah, I get that. So, but what is it, under 500?
It was under 500. The new GM came in who I know and have been working with, and he's got the team in the playoffs in the second season. So, damn, a little bit of effort gets you there.
Is one of those leagues he runs is like you don't draft your players and you don't do your own free agency. All your shit is done like automatically, right?
No, Ben had 3 leagues. The first one was a cap crunch where you had $40 million of your cap was missing. So you had to be a capologist, a really good one, to survive. And the next league was a GML league, their general manager league, which was the season was simmed in one day, but you had a regular draft, regular off season, and the season was running one shot, postseason in one shot. And every 2 weeks was a new season.
Oh, okay.
And then the IHOP is run in the convention manner.
Mm-hmm.
But the GML was actually pretty fun. If you had an idea for an offense, you can give it a good 5-year run in a month and a half. So,
Yeah,
new season every 2 weeks was great.
yeah. That's very interesting. Now, I kind of like that concept.
Yeah, I'm hoping somebody would bring it back one day, but who knows? Because it was a great sandbox and had, I learned chemistry in that league because I got in contact with Quick, and he helped me through some of the chemistry stuff, and so I learned it from him and the GML.
Yeah, but you need a lot of dedication and because that's pretty fast pace. So
Yeah, it was. Well, the good news is you just put your game plan in, and that's going to be your game plan for the whole damn season. So
yeah,
lock it, load it, go. Wake up
Yeah,
the
I
next
like to
morning.
watch
Oh,
the
look, the
game.
season's over. I finished 12-4. All right.
I like to watch the games. I'm a Television fan.
Yeah, my
So-
version of watching the game is a cup of coffee and a log, and I'll just visualize my way through it. The soul vision is too slow or too fast.
well, let's get Dave in real quick, since I know he's probably be heading to bed soon. Dave, you there?
Probably. Yeah, it's just after 11 at night
Yeah.
tonight.
Yep. So it's
Dave!
almost getting
How you
close to
doing?
midnight there. So let's let you talk about Mr. Jaden Daniels.
Well, it's a good job he turned out right, because the rest of my draft was blooming awful. It's the
I
worst
would
draft
have
I've had in
for a long
years.
time.
It's the worst draft I've had in seasons, and it's just. But he's made it up for it. He had a
got-
very nice exhibition too.
You got your quarterback.
I did, and I've already got 3 wide receivers, so I'm hopefully we should be able to pass in the next season or 2.
Oh yeah, that's that. Yeah, Zimmer.
You've got Zimmer, Pelagonia, Wagner, are
yeah,
3
yeah.
all young ones that are decent. So
Wow. Yeah, so you've
Nice.
been steadily waiting, trying to find.
How many
a guy
draft
like
picks have I
Daniel.
spent on quarterbacks in the last number of years? It's been ridiculous trying to find
Yep,
them.
that is true. And but this is your last year of having to pay for them because you have no
Yes.
loss cap next year.
Yes, so it's good.
And you're an
Yeah.
absolute 49ers fan, aren't you?
I am indeed.
That is
There
true.
you
He refuses to let me have San Francisco.
I'm sorry, Willie.
And you ended up, I think, with San Francisco and RZB.
Yeah, you had them, and then you stood down,
Yeah.
or you stopped for a short time, and then
Yeah.
you came back
Yeah.
and you wanted them. So that's not happening.
Yeah,
Absolutely
yeah.
not happening. So it's
Yeah.
good.
We've had that it was a resim situation that I just couldn't take at the time, and so
Yeah.
but no, you've done well with them. You probably were the one that built up Rob's dynasties, but
Oh yeah, with that
that's
first
neither
trade
here
for
nor
that
there.
stud quarterback.
Yeah, I never would have done that, but it's all good.
Well, I thought we had you'd left a decent roster, but just lacked a quarterback and that and the
Mhm.
RZB. And I thought if we could get the quarterback, we might be able to do it. But yeah, no, we did
Yeah.
help Rob too much.
No,
Not that I've traded with him again since. I did learn the lesson.
yeah, no, I also blame Jim on that initial file that came out in the 49ers. I think he may be a Seattle fan of some kind
Yes.
because that San Francisco roster that he released was trash.
It was.
I mean, he didn't do any favors with any of the guys. But so looking at the rest of let's see, after Jaden. Let's see, you got another free agent.
Yeah,
This is
the
Bronman.
two free agents are going. So I will have Daniels and Grady Howell will be the two quarterbacks on the
Okay.
roster.
Kamani Vidal.
That draft pick he did not have a good camp.
Yeah, dip down 9. Okay. I kind of liked him. I didn't like his soul. That was the reason why I kept pushing him down and down. And I remember when you took him, I was like, man, maybe I should have taken that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably not going to do a lot, but you've got to keep trying to add some quality around a young quarterback.
Hey, get downfield, big play, and then hope he can catch it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely. And as I say, with the wide receivers we've got, he's going to be an outlet type player anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I actually quite like Cowing. And I know it's Hartshire is a name, but I like
there
the
you
fact
go.
that his
I was going to say
good.
that.
Yeah, the name did help, but route running and getting downfield and actually big plays okay. So as a 4th or 5th option,
so I'm a 49er
he's
fan
all
too.
right.
So for those who don't know, Jacob Cowing was drafted. So that's what he means by the name. So Pearsall, Patrick.
And that was the one I was disappointed with. I thought it was going to be a lot better. Yeah. He got stuffed in the turn because he was a lot better looking.
Yeah, Javon Bullard. Let me see him real quick here. Javon Bullard. I'm not in the right. Make sure I'm in the right one. No, I think we were looking at Frankie's guys.
Oh.
Well, and
Frankie
we were
did
looking,
right, didn't he?
And Rick.
Frankie did well with his wide receiver.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, see,
I was coaxed into it by Willie.
Yeah, why did he crash so bad? Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I was expecting him to be decent, so it's just a bit disappointing. It is what it is.
All right, so now that you have your quarterback, you have the receivers. What do you think? Hopefully, you're not going to be. I know you said basement, but hopefully, you don't believe that.
No, we won't be basement. Okay. I mean, we were 9-7 last year using the guy, the quarterback Howell that we got from you in the off season of a trade last year, and we were at 9-7 with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mr. He isn't getting paid after this year.
Yes. Yeah, that
You're
God, he's
welcome
so
to free
good.
agency. Go see what you can find, mate.
Yeah,
But
you're.
yeah, I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right. I
Yeah,
mean,
it hasn't been that long.
no, I think we'll be there or thereabouts. I think we've got it's a good enough, if the quarterback Daniels can play okay with those wide. I mean, Howell played well with those wide receivers, and I think they're looking pretty good. I think we've got a shot at least playing for the division.
I was going to show this off for those who haven't seen this yet. So we're looking at the last time you've won your division or championship.
Oh no, that was awesome.
Yeah, so this is what Rick is up against. Been 11 seasons, Rick.
11 years of fun. We'll see if I can turn that around.
And then there you are, Dave. Yeah, so
So
it's only been 8 years, but and I know you want to fix this
that's the bottom
2017.
one. That's the one that he's fixing.
Yeah. I know that's the one that you're wanting to fix, but there's a lot of nuns on this list.
Yeah, we got a couple early on, didn't we, in this league? So
that is correct,
including the one unbeaten season with one tie.
Oh my, yeah, the 16-0-1 season. Yeah. Wow.
So close.
Yeah, that's been a while ago.
Yeah. But
it's been a little too long for goals.
We want to win the division, then we'll see what happens. If you've got the wide receivers and the quarterback in the playoffs, anything can happen.
Right. Let's see. Looking at, so overall, I mean, it's shaping up. So I think obviously the competition is what Clown. I think he's still Arizona. We'll see. Arizona, he dumped at least 3 of his draft picks already, and that may have been partly mine and the AI, because he wasn't around the draft. So and after his list ran out, I just kind of let the scout pick for him. So maybe that's partly why. But this has kind of been Clown's division of late. So you think you have enough to get over that hump?
I don't know. I think maybe not this season, but I'm certainly thinking next season after, once our quarterbacks had a chance to develop. We may well have one of the better quarterbacks in the league in our division. So
yeah, I mean, because I think he's still rolling, and unless he's trotting out OJ Powell. If he's not, then Knutson, he'll throw you plenty of interceptions. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think we're right. I like to be balanced on offense, and I've done that for a while, but I've not had the quarterback wide receivers to be able to pass more. And this year, we'll hopefully we're going to be in a better position to do that. But yeah, I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be competitive. I think we'll be able to push. I think we've got, the Rams have obviously got a stud quarterback coming through because they got the best quarterback in the draft in May. But I think we'll be competitive. They don't have the wide receivers that we have. I think we've got the best mix of that. Depends on if I can get the right game plan put in.
So, Dave, you're an experienced commissioner. And so what would you think is the most important part of this game for a team like yours coming in? Is it the talent? Is it the game plan? Is it the cohesion? Is it the affinities? What do you look for?
I look for the bars and the players and the game plan. And I know cohesion's important, and I think cohesion's important because it helps you overcome where you're lacking in the players' qualities. And more, if you've got some, my cohesion's not going to be great this year because we're going to have a new quarterback, but we'll get there. The defense is pretty good with the D line and the court and the secondary, and the O line's
I
not
love
too
Jaden
bad.
Daniels. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. I love Daniels. I tried to trade up for him.
No, you didn't.
Uh-oh.
I did, but not seriously enough.
Not quite high enough, I guess.
Well, I tried to get him at 1-3, and I tried to get him at 1-4, and then got him at 1-6.
Wait, is this Frank?
All right, so
Yes, it's Frank.
So Dave,
what did
are you
I don't think I
holding
gave
on
you
to
a
Howell?
very good offer. I
Yeah,
tried with Tony.
we'll see. I mean, I was looking probably to play Howell starting this year, but Daniels actually is so close to Howell already that I'll probably go with the rookie and take the hits this year and let him develop faster. Howell will stay as a backup.
Be careful.
There are not many mentors out there. That's why I asked that question.
Right.
Which is exactly why I kept him.
Yeah.
Because there was very few around. So when I have
one, I think when I first looked, it was going to be Sam Ellinger, and there's no way in hell I would ever have that guy back out here. So,
hey, I got a question about mentors, Willie, if you get a second.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think the mentor should be the same style as the quarterback you have? And that goes to all you guys. Like if it's a rollout, should your mentor be a rollout guy?
I've never ever worried about that.
No, I've never thought about it.
I hadn't either.
It doesn't mean it's not,
though, right?
Yeah. It doesn't mean it's not possible, but I've never thought about it.
Yeah, I was going to say just having a mentor in the first 2 seasons is the key for me. I don't worry. I don't worry about whether it's got the same style. Never even considered it.
No, it just flashed across my brain. That's why I was asking you guys.
Yeah, it's a good thought. It's just not something I'd ever even considered.
Well, Shaw's new mentor quarterback is a rollout like he is, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it'd give him a couple percentage points or something like that, but I've never really thought about it. Because to me, I'd rather have a mentor than not, and then I wouldn't care about the match.
Now, if you're getting like a short yardage guy, do you game plan for that short yardage guy, or long passing or rollout? Do you game plan specifically?
Nope, never have.
I'm not sure how you can, but I mean,
like if it's a rollout guy, you'd want to run more to the outside or pass more to the outside.
Now, was it Southie? Were you the one that was rotating quarterbacks every 4 or 5 games or something because of injury or something like that?
I think I was last year, but that was the computer. I swear that was not me.
Okay, yeah, because I like I said, I've never seen people just run 2 different quarterbacks unless they were really just that close.
I don't mind that they did that. I kind of want to throw people off a little bit when a guy's hurt.
I kind of felt like I was doing that last year, but I think it was just because of injury. But I think we were putting out a different guy every 2 or 3 games, but it wasn't on purpose, that's for sure. So I mean, I'm not sure how you would game plan. I wouldn't game plan specifically for a short yardage. Are you talking about short yardage quarterbacks specifically, Frankie? I guess he's on mute now, Frankie.
Say again?
I said, were you talking specifically for short yardage quarterbacks, or were you talking about short yardage?
No, for anything. Like, so say if you got a quarterback and he's got a 0 screen bar, do you avoid like throwing screens?
Oh, hell yeah.
Don't throw as many.
I do that all the time. Here's the thing. I don't throw screens at all. And
I only throw them if it's a team that blitzes all the time.
Yeah, and the reason why, and we were talking with Mark earlier. This is the one part that in Clown, he'll tell you the opposite, but I'm from that Madden school of I'm not going to throw passes for 9 yards. I'm just not going to do that anymore.
Right.
Why am I throwing behind the screen in hopes of that big play? I mean, I'd rather just run a reverse.
Right, but like if you got a receivers that like got big get downfield,
right?
I mean, wouldn't it pay off to run a West Coast and throw a 3 yard out and hope they break it?
Well, a 3 yard out is different from a screen, but if your quarterback can't throw screens, then why are you throwing them?
No, I agree with you on that. I'm just asking your guys' perception.
Well, I throw screens if my guy has a screen bar. I'll throw a primary screen. My secondary route would be a 9, and
Right.
the outlets would be 2s, 3s, and 4s. And hopefully my quarterback can check down if if he doesn't like the short, he'll throw deep. You might, just give him variance. I will never throw a route that's SS100, something like that.
Right.
So that's what I meant by that. As far as like, if my guy is a 0 screen, I'm not.
Yeah, you don't give him any screens, if at all.
Yeah, I'm just not throwing screens.
I'm just picking your guys' minds at this point. I mean, and I'm coming up with hypotheticals too. And that's kind of like just.
I tell people, make plays that match your quarterback's 5 bars at the top. You can't make a screen only quarterback be a deep throwing quarterback. It doesn't work.
Right on. So, because there's a lot of guys that are new and still coming into this that don't know how to control their quarterback right.
How many 60, 70, 80 rated quarterbacks have we seen that throw 15 to 20 touchdowns, period? And that's all they do. And they flounder because the GM didn't make plays that matched the bars.
Yeah,
or try to put a square peg in a round hole.
Daniel's off for screens, medium passes, and the odd deep one because that's where his bars are.
Yeah, those medium passing quarterbacks are awesome. Those are the guys
that's the one that I like. So yeah, I love the mediums. So, and as I say,
3, 4,
I see his medium bar way better than that. So that's good.
Okay, cool.
So who am I leaving off this list here? Besides Blusk, see Dave, Rick.
What are the top 10 quarterbacks?
No,
this is on call.
just on call here.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah. May's gonna have it all. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's great.
May is so solid.
Yeah, May's just gonna have it all.
And with that one, you can run pretty much any offense, and you don't have to cater to specific bars. But let's say you find a guy who's got all the really cool accuracy, timing, read defense, and all that crap, but they only have a good medium bar and a good short bar. You make plays for that. You don't try to throw too deep with that one. You throw deep, but do it through secondary routes.
Mm-hmm.
So you try to stretch the defense in a different way.
Okay, exactly. So let's look. So let's look at this guy then. Let's look at and see and help Dave or see what Dave's going to do or whatever. So his right now his screen bar is not very good. It will be. He's not going to throw short passes or very. No. I mean, his timing is going to be okay. That he can probably do it, but or so you're just throwing a little bit deeper then, right?
Yeah, I'll be looking. The medium one will probably where you focus because that's always a good range to throw to with some long passes and some screens in it. Not that I won't throw some short passes because you've got to mix it up. But and so I'll probably run the ball a lot and throw a lot of medium passes with the odd deep and some screens in on teams that pass rush.
And so, are you going to be moving toward the easily thinking of adding a more QB runs, and especially in the red zone with him? Due to his size?
Probably not quite as much as I did with Brennan in the RZB, because he's awesome, really fast. But this guy's quick, so yeah, there'll be some running in there.
How much faster is the guy in RZB? Because they didn't run a 4.44.
Well, no, I just saw that, but I think the thing with Brennan was he's also huge as well, isn't he? In this one, so just
I'm just like, well, hold on a second. Yeah, 6'5", 231, 444.
Just open the other league. Give me a second. I'm just going to check what he is.
He's like a running back. I mean, he's like a second or a third running back that you have.
When we say inside,
actually, Brennan, Daniels is faster than Brennan because Brennan was 4.5.
You have a bigger Kyler Murray or Lamar Jackson there.
Yeah, and Brennan Daniels is bigger than Brennan as well, size-wise. But obviously, Daniels doesn't have the bars that Brennan has from the RZB.
Yeah. So that's why I say with Daniels, I mean, you can do different things with him
Yes.
since he doesn't have that short pass bar that a lot of these other quarterbacks can't do once you hit the red zone.
Yes. No, there will definitely be quarterback runs in there. I'm not going to hide it because it's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, because the thing is, you don't have to hide it. I mean, this is what we're going to do. Stop it.
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck.
As good as he
exactly.
is, I honestly don't think I could have made him work.
Yeah. So we got power inside. You got one guy. Man, that name looks familiar. Henderson. Yeah, so you got Vidal. He's not bad. Also in power inside, but they don't have the size of Daniels. So
no.
Yeah, wow. Now we were saying that Daniels is the wild card, and so far he is. And if Cobb is listening to this, we're not saying that Caleb is a bad pick. He's not a bad pick. He just,
I mean, that was
very
just disappointing. I thought he looked really good. I thought May and Caleb were the obvious 1 and 2, absolutely. And if I'd been in 1 or 2, I would have taken. Or I could have traded into 1 or 2. I would have taken one or the other.
And so now that we have 3 more voices in here, do you guys somewhat agree, or disagree that in any other circumstance that Thomas probably would be a 1-1 pick?
That's a good question.
He won for me, but I don't value receiver as much as other
hindsight's
people.
always 20/20. In my case, I had piss poor scouting, so that's what I get.
I like Thomas Jr. a lot, but 1-1, the downfield bar isn't as high enough for me to be taking him as a 1-1.
Okay.
And the big play bar, I'd want slightly bigger again. And the route running looks brilliant. I mean, he's fantastic. I mean, endurance is not as good as you'd like for a 1-1 either. But as a player, I mean, who wouldn't want to take him?
Right.
Whether it's 1-1, I don't know. I mean, I just think about the RZB again, because obviously we've just had some real stud. Some of those receivers, probably the top 3, could have all been 1-1.
Oh, that was an amazing
any draft.
Right. Yeah. That draft was insane, and I can't even quantify or compare it to this one. So
but for there, who was it? Neighbors that went 1-3. Who did he go to?
Yes, Neighbors at 4.27 speed.
Yeah. I actually really like Neighbors. And what I like about Neighbors is the big plays is, from I can see it, him is maxed out.
Yeah, the big play on that 40 time, I hope to get some really nice plays going for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the route running as well, just once it's developed.
Yeah,
and actually he's getting downfield.
Right.
He's better than Thomas is, as far as I can see.
Third down, he's not going to be a weapon in third down, but hey, there's more first and second down plays.
I like both of them, because I think what Thomas gives you extra is obviously he gets the punt return ability, which is why his ratings are slightly higher, I think, is because he's got punt and kick return. But as players, they're both excellent, and they're both top 5 worthy. So they were taken where they should have been, I think.
Yeah, and then
I mean, if it was me, I would have gone with 2 quarterbacks, probably the 2 wide receivers, and then the quarterback that I took, because although Quinion Mitchell, the cornerbacks,
and of the 2 quarterbacks, Williams is the one that set back a little bit.
Yeah,
right.
Names.
But I still think that Williams will be a 60 in the end,
for sure.
So for the record, both of the GMs that are here with me and you, Willie, have offered me like some amazing deals at 1-4. It just, to me, it wasn't enough to move back. So they both did offer some very good deals.
We did try, and I got who I wanted anyway, so I was lucky.
That's always nice when you didn't have to pay for it.
Well, I paid because it was the first and second from the draft just gone, and first and seconds next year. So I've got a lot of capital, but it was worth it.
No,
I wasn't willing to drop that far down. That's all.
No. And that was all it was. It's what happens when you end up having a decent season, isn't it? The year that you want to pick up a quarterback.
Yeah, for you to get him, I mean, you know, you paid less than I thought you were going to.
Yeah, well, I offered way more for 3 and 4.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn.
He did.
Wow.
He did.
Yep. So
3-1s, 3-2s, and
this guy came up in a lot of conversation in the GM form that I asked people to fill out, as far as being the surprise pick. We had 14 responses, and I'll release those here pretty soon because I'm going to basically close that thread. But the thing is, he went up PS2.
But I still want what his route running is awful. Is that going to go up? Because if that doesn't go up, he's
I didn't even have him in the radar.
You didn't have him what? So Southie, are you still here?
I didn't have him on my radar. I'm sorry.
I'm here. Yeah. Who are you referring to?
So we're talking about Isaiah Williams. So he
I had him from the beginning. Yeah.
He had the most votes as far as the surprise pick.
Yeah.
And like I said, he went up. And so, like I said, I'm not.
Will he get the ball? Who knows?
Yeah, he's a third down weapon though. The GM uses him, right?
Right.
Well, so this was part of the strategy with the bad scouting that kind of reveals guys like this. The bad scout kind of told me that I should interview him, and I got very underrated. So I
took him.
I knew that was the guy, and the same with the running back Jalen Jackson in the 4th. Same exact story.
And then kind of like Brant Lee, or no?
No, Lee was with good scouting, and that was almost purely a bars pick. That was that the 6th round? I think that was the 6th round last year, or 5th. I don't know.
6th.
Yeah.
6th.
He had, I think, something like a 21 bench last year. So I took a shot with him there. But my 2 vets lost a lot of juice. Eves and Landers. So whatever I got, I needed from Williams.
Yeah, so I was I'm collecting those forms, you know, just kind of get information from people, and it's strange to me because, you know, it's an incentive-based form. I'm not sure why anybody would want to turn down 500,000 in cap,
right,
to not fill it out completely, but that's where we are. And but with the responses, yeah, he got the most votes for the surprise pick, which is, you know, there were worse picks for sure. But now that we have these new voices in, who do you think had the best value, at least in the first 2 rounds?
It's got to be Clown with Colson and the defensive tackle, and then the corner. Well, the corner was the 3rd round, so I think it's got to be him.
Yeah, Colson. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, we knew he'd be a stud.
Yeah,
and then was Jenkins. I'm not really that sold on Jenkins. The bar is fine. I just want him to be a pass rusher and have both bars. I don't care
about technique for defensive tackles. I just care about strength, and I think it works. It works fine.
Okay, so
strength is up the middle stuff.
It works fine.
I mean, are we talking about tackles or sacks?
Defensive tackles.
Both.
No, I'm talking.
Are we talking
about? No, I'm sorry. Are we talking about tackles in general or sacks?
No, for sacks, pass rush.
Yeah. So what examples do you have any, or are you just?
Yeah, I have my guy that retired a few years ago, Florida State, Ernie Maloney.
Mm-hmm.
He was he really changed my defense. Just at no tackle. He didn't get a lot of sacks, but he created a lot of pressure, caused a lot of problems. And I think he helped other guys get sacks, but I can't prove that.
Yeah, because this guy's got technique, but he has 19 in the last 2 years. I mean, I know he's an end, but so is it different for ends than tackles? Is that what we're saying, or?
Yeah, it is. Inside is strength, outside is technique, in my opinion.
Okay. And then I talked about you a little bit when you were not online. I don't know if you saw him, but he did take a bump today.
Who's that?
If you can see that.
Who? Who took a bump?
Small.
Dwayne Small.
Oh God, I don't even want to look at Small.
And I know he doesn't get the sacks, but he does a lot more for us than just that.
Yeah. All right. Do you want a first round pick? Do you want two firsts? What do you want?
I thought you would get a kick out of that. Now, if you're talking about 2 firsts, then we'll definitely talk as soon as we get off of this. But I told them that you would get a kick out of that since you've been talking about Small for so long.
Well, look, he's got I think he had before today. What he had about a 70 technique, 70 something. That's my guess. I could look at my tracker. But
72 is what it says.
Yeah, he still didn't get the sacks, but I'm sure he made your defense a lot better.
I guarantee he freed up the linebackers.
I'm sure he made the defense a lot better than it would be without him. So yeah. I don't go crazy about pass rush numbers for the inside guys, but I know they make defense better. I just know they do.
Right, and I'm more like a guy like Russ here that we're saying, because if you're getting a hurry, that means you're getting an incompletion, and hopefully it's on 3rd down and get us off the field. But
right.
And not all hurries are incompletions, but the majority.
Well, even if he's not getting the hurry, I think it's a cumulative number that it works off of for the unit. So I think somebody else will get it if he doesn't get it.
Okay. And then, of course, getting those knockdowns. So I mean, a guy like this is just and we talked about that too. I just haven't really taken defensive line in the first couple of rounds that often. I do, but just not very often.
I don't know why it's so important. I think it's so important.
No, I mean I agree, but what I'm like I showed earlier, and you can look at it later. I'm just finding those guys in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round. That end up being decent at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, and they may not generate. They're not.
We saw your draft today.
No, but they're not. No, what I'm saying is, they're not going to generate double-digit sacks, but they're going to generate enough to where I didn't have to spend the 1st or 2nd round capital, and then because everybody's going to pay eventually based on your production, but just not having to give up that early capital is what I meant.
Well, you had one of the best fucking late round drafts that I've ever fucking seen. But and that's all I'll say.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, hell, how many?
If you took those guys in the first 4 rounds, it would have been a great draft.
Yeah, but like I said, how many? I mean, I had probably 10 picks in the last 2 rounds. I mean, I just felt.
But those guys were still there. I mean,
exactly. That's the thing. Yeah, that they were still there. Yeah. Yeah, and
they were overlooked, man.
I guarantee you, if we go back and look at it, I wasn't the only one. There was talent there. I guarantee you, there was talent late in the draft.
Like you're saying, my center. I mean,
yeah.
Has anybody looked at the Denver center they got in the 2nd round? Absolute stud.
Yep. Look at the one I got in the 7th round.
I haven't. I said I'm still looking. I was looking at the first couple of rounds, and I thought he was so good.
Yeah, this is the guy we were talking about earlier, Dalcourt,
Nice.
in the 7th round.
Yeah, that's mental, isn't it? That quality in the 7th.
That's fucking insane. I
then,
took a flyer on this cat.
Right, and then so that's one I missed out on because I took Holker instead because for whatever reason I didn't even need a tight end. I don't even know why I took him. That's a name pick, is what happened. That was just a name pick. That was kind of dumb.
I did not see Dalcourt having that type of room bar with the 507 dash.
I don't think anybody did. I didn't. I took him just as a backup, man.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I was like, okay, I got somebody because I signed a free agent.
But
and I said,
like Easy said, he had that run bar.
Yeah.
It was there.
Yeah, no, it was. I just didn't think it'd stick.
Yeah, see, it was there the whole time though, Frankie.
I hear you. I'm just saying I took him as a back. I signed that free agent, that 12th-year free agent, and I said, "Fuck it, I got to take a center." It's just something that needs to be done. And you know what?
And he's gone up 12% developed too.
I got fucking lucky. I got lucky.
Yeah, I didn't see 93. I see a 1693 run bar right now.
Now, is he going to play this year? I don't know. He may sit on the bench, but like I have the center, the other center.
Yeah, you have what?
Well, you have a great run blocking line.
I'll tell you this though. If you feel like you said earlier, if you feel like you're going to be 4, why are you not playing him?
That's correct.
If you're going to be fourth in the East, why not?
Oh, you're right, and just let the other guy sit there and get disgruntled and fucking.
Well, he's 34 years old, so why does it matter?
I was going to say, I would if you.
But you know he's going to be disgruntled.
Then let him
right?
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
he's a mentor. You let him mentor, and you play the rookie who then develops this year when it doesn't matter for you.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we all play to win in the beginning of the game, unless you know.
Of course.
You know, if you know you're not going to win, that's that. And like, I just feel with Steele, the way Buffalo is going, the way Sawblade's building Miami, the way Jimmy Johnson is picking up on the Patriots, that like it's going to be it's going to be a hard road. I mean, and I know all 3 of these GMs, and God bless them. Look, I don't particularly like Steele, but like he's got a hell of a fucking team, hell of a team.
Yeah, I think the thing is with you and Steele is more of I think it's more of talking, and I'm not even going to say ego. It's just more talk. I think it's more than anything. I think both of you are nice guys. You just haven't had the actual interactions. You've just had the FOF interactions, and that just kind of gets in the way. That just kind of gets in the way of stuff.
Correct, and he doesn't understand that. Look, I just don't like fucking Buffalo. I'm so sorry. And that's what I try to spell out, but he don't hear it. So God bless him. I was trying to talk to him during some of the draft stuff, and that.
Yeah. Dave, are you here?
Me? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You have a deal.
You have a deal. Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a deal.
Well, I didn't pick up a center in the draft in the 7th round, did I? So I needed to get one.
Well, yeah. I just now got on the forum and saw that. So yes, we have a deal.
Perfect. I will post it.
Yeah. So in case you guys are wondering, this guy is a new 49er.
Yeah, the one I picked up in
Which
in the off season had a -13. off season.
A -13. Wow.
Yeah. So I don't have a backup, and actually he's probably as good. It might even be better than my starter. So
Yeah, fans won't like it, but
don't
yeah,
care.
we're gonna move a couple people and I hope that they can handle their new positions. Probably wouldn't mind a guy like that playing center instead, but because we're gonna have a lot of guards that are gonna need some playing time. So yeah, happy to oblige. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, so guys,
William, you better win it all.
Well, I don't think it's going to be this year. I think maybe next year if we can get a wide receiver. Vulture crapped out on us. He
No, you got enough to win it all, or win
yeah,
Willie,
win the
that's
NFC.
posted.
Hey, Willie,
yeah, yeah.
you got a 4-hour version of this podcast.
Well, we're gonna chop it down into two pieces. I can do that fairly easy, so it's all good.
All right.
And we covered what 5 teams plus the gray sheets. So that's what I was gonna say. If anybody else have anything?
I think the green sheets, right? Not the gray sheets, the green sheets.
The green sheets. I'm sorry, if I said gray.
Yeah,
green.
the green sheets had some wild surprises.
I meant the green. I think we covered that earlier.
I mean, the biggest surprise is always Caleb Williams with this stuff. But I mean,
yeah, I mean, but like I said, I never thought he was really going to be an 80, because if he was going to be an 80, May was going to be an 85 or 90, and so I didn't see that either. But
I didn't see him dropping off the green sheet.
No, I didn't either. But in case, let's see here, move that screen. Let's put it that way. All right. So for those who didn't see it earlier, this is what it was before, and this is what it is now.
Wow.
From what we were talking about when Frankie and I first
That
started.
is crazy for Caleb Williams.
Yeah, that he's just gone.
I mean, I was pretty sure Jaden Daniels, with what happened to him, would jump into it, but I did not expect Caleb to drop out, I have to say.
Mm-hmm. And so we talked about Chicago and how they did.
Right.
Carson and Powers, Johnson. I think the Giants with Rake Shaw and Sweat. The Rams with May and Byron Murphy II.
We got into depth with the Rams, the Niners, Houston or Tennessee. Houston or Tennessee, we didn't, right? Or one of the two.
Yeah, both of those guys are here. We didn't go too deep into their teams, but they're more than welcome to. I mean, like I said, I can chop this in 3 different directions. It's all good.
So yeah, I mean, like, look, you got Dave with San Francisco, which was amazing. I mean, you guys going back and forth. Houston and Tennessee would definitely be something great to touch on. And then your team in that late draft, that was like really awesome late drafting by you.
Yeah, like I said, I appreciate it. I just, I don't know. We'll see. And, the numbers look great now, but I still got to do something with it. Otherwise yeah, right. Otherwise they'll end up leaving and going somewhere else, if I can't get it to work. But I think the AFC in general, we always talk about, we have been talking about how good it is. Adding those new GMs is just going to make it even better. It's going to be a tough task to get out of it. I think with Rick there,
Rob.
I can see that rejuvenation as far as even the turnover with his roster.
Right.
I know
you got Rob and Steele.
I know he won't be 5-11.
Right.
I know that.
I'll
I
find
mean,
myself.
the mountain is Steel and Rob, and then you got Sawblade. You know, I mean,
Yeah. So that means that means the East has to get to double digits. Southie is basically saying you need to get to double digits to get
Right.
to get the South. The West, you need to get into double digits, and so Kansas City is still going to be looking up. We'll see what the Chargers do.
The North,
and then the North.
I really like Baltimore still.
But yeah, like I said, yeah, and we touched that earlier. Two is still 78 overall.
man.
Are they still going to be 8-8?
Like,
No, they should be better.
Jeremy?
They had a lot of bad luck last year.
Can Jeremy pass Baltimore? I mean,
well, and then Julio is taking over.
I think Cincinnati's there too.
Yeah, Julio is amazing.
Yeah, so that just leaves so Dave, that just leaves you and me. I guess we got to get past Yushikawa, and then I got to take care of business in the East, which we haven't done in a little bit. But the road seems a lot easier in the NFC, and
not quite the same level of powerhouses.
Right.
Some good GMs, but not quite the same level of powerhouses.
Right.
Can I switch divisions with the Giants?
A lot more parity. You can try to switch, but I don't think he's going to give up that team.
No, he can keep the Giants. I'll keep the Jets.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna give up that team.
No, I hear.
Yeah, if we go and we look at let's see. This has got to be Southie's favorite screen. When we talk about the best of the best. And let's get off future. Now we can look at future for just a second. And so Drake May, as far as future, he's in the top 6.
Wow.
As far as futures. Caleb is still here, so I mean he's still above Jaden barely on mine. So like I said, I mean it's not terrible. He's just not going to be that 80 unless something changes. And so we do go to current. 1, 2. Yeah, there's just a lot of AFC here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 in the top 10 AFC.
Wow.
Yeah, 7 of the top 10 AFC. That kind of sums it up right there. And one other one came from the AFC. And that's just it's a scary thought if you're in the AFC. So when you're talking about that and you're talking about you, Frankie,
right?
I mean,
it's a rough road, bro.
Yeah, you better play your guys and get them ready. That's where I would be. And then
I think Margolis is the one that I'm most curious about this year with Julio.
Right, and then I'm still waiting on Shaw to take that next step because Shaw is going to be in that. He's going to be in that top 5 conversation.
He has to be
3 years from now.
Year 3.
Yeah, year 3 right now. So we talk about year 6. He should be up there where Margolis and Tua are.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, and so that's going to be that change of guard. And then San Francisco's quarterback's not. They have Howell on the list, but Daniels and Caleb will be up on this list.
Maybe I'll trade for Howell.
Good luck.
I think he's saying, well, the thing is, okay, yeah, he is. Yeah, he's that mentor. Yeah, that's what you want.
He's a mentor. That's why he's not moving anywhere.
Yeah. And I think that's what I need now, because I'm sitting here. I wanted to take a shot on in the guys who weren't here before. What are your thoughts on Arizona going ahead and dumping 3 of their players, including Bo Nix? Was it too early, or did you just see the writing on the wall and just cut both now?
Cut
I
your losses as soon as
would let
possible.
Nix go. Yeah, I would let Nix go. He's not anything.
Okay. Yeah, and so
Yeah, he crashed. I mean, look, I would normally say hold on to him as a reserve for a while and see what happens next year. If you can, if you have the space as a quarterback 3, but I could see the point for releasing him now too.
No, let him go.
Yeah, because this is because this is what he has. I mean, he liked him for a reason. And I did not feel comfortable taking him in the first like he wanted. And I said that earlier though, Frankie. So we ended up getting him his man-to-man corner that he wanted, because I just thought that was the better play than
right.
I like Lassiter.
Yeah, so he did get a decent first, and so I just thought it was a little surprising. I wasn't going to pay what Dallas paid to get him, but I did throw a little bit toward Nix just to see what would happen, and he didn't falter like Bohannon, which
yeah, we're trying to forget that one.
Well, he's still out here trying to make some money like Trey Lance, so let's see. Price and Small. This is the guy that I want Price to be, and I need to figure out how to get that done. And I don't know if it's third down or what, but they get. And this is the old GM. He was getting so much out of Small, and then for whatever reason he just didn't want to play anymore. But this is what you're up against in the West when you talk about trying to win it. You got Rob, and then you got guys like this who are just all world and can do it all. And then we talk about Steele's guys. There's just a lot of great players in the league right now. Oh, this is a guy who we did not talk about.
Stud.
Yeah, this is a guy, Jonathan Brooks. We did not talk about him earlier. Definitely,
he's great.
Yeah, definitely worthy of a top 10 pick, if not maybe top 5.
Oh, Jonathan Brooks. Yeah, that was. I think you were telling me that was the running back to take.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was me. I told you that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
It probably was you, because, like I said, I wasn't going to take him only because of his size, the real life Texas thing, and then of course the no combine. But
I love the combine guys.
He was the number one. He was the number one back. That's for sure.
Yeah, you were the no combine guy.
Yeah, and I also I told Clown to take Colson, which was incredibly stupid.
You told him to take who?
The linebacker? He turns out to be amazing.
No, I told him to take him, but I wanted to take him and make him a safety.
Oh my God.
I might have to veto that. What is that about? I need to do a better job.
No, absolutely a safety. He'd be a great safety.
I need to do a better job of that. I someone did that recently, and the guy crashed. So I just got.
No, he wouldn't crash. He wouldn't crash. I would drop weight on him first, but he wouldn't crash. He would be about the same.
I wouldn't move him ever.
There is no way.
No way.
Oh, I would. Safety. He could make so much more.
I love safeties.
He's not a 90 safety.
He sure is. With a 41 position drill?
we don't
At
have a 90.
linebacker?
We don't have a 90 safety. That's all I'm saying. He's not a 90 safety, but he's a 90 linebacker.
He is. Wait. Let me ask Clown to convert him and see what he gets.
Yeah,
Make sure he
that's
doesn't
way-
submit. Do not
That's
submit.
kind of crazy. That's what I'm saying.
I
tell
bet
you,
you he's a 90.
I just re-looked at Bo Nix, and actually, I might have kept him purely because the sense rush timing and accuracy with the short, medium passing and some screen as a backup, he's okay. He could be okay.
I just thought it was a little early.
I just looked at it, and I think I'm looking at it, and I just think, yeah, actually, I probably would have kept him at least for a season or two, just to see what happened.
Only because he was a late second round pick. It's not like he was you know what I mean?
Yeah, but his sense rushes is reasonable. His timing's good. Accuracy's okay, or sort of above 50, or could be, and he's got a good medium bar.
Because I think I put him in
so you could use him as a backup.
I think I put him in the calculator, and he still ended up like a 52 avoid interception.
Yeah, I would have probably kept him for a backup for a year or two just to see.
So it's probably a rage cut.
Yeah, which you can understand.
Right. Right.
Fucking Nixon cut him, you know.
And then so the only other guy we touched about it on with Tennessee, and then the big surprise was the Chicago pick. In case you didn't see that, Southie.
He's beautiful.
Yeah,
He's
this guy
gorgeous.
I did not see that at all.
No, I had him high on my list.
Did you have him on your list?
Yeah, he was on my list. He was he was in my sort of top 15 picks.
Yeah, if he was on my list, it was only because of the speed.
Imagine how good he'd look if he could stop the run, huh?
Right.
Well, I mean,
you're talking about Carson? Carson?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, talking about Carson.
If I hadn't traded my second to move up, I would have taken him. Probably in the first.
Yeah, that was.
Huh.
I
can't say I would have taken him.
Incredible pick. And we saw.
Although, no, to be fair, there was two cornerbacks. There was him and the one that went early second, Rakestraw. Those were the two. The two corners that I was looking at. So I would have taken one of those in the first.
What about the guy Cloud got in the third?
Rakestraw was the one that I really liked.
Who's the one you got in the third?
Third Clown. Oh yeah, Brownlee was the other one.
I didn't like him. I liked him, but not quite as much.
Yeah, I put him down only because of his soul and his intel. But I was talking to Clown about him when he took him.
He would be a safety in my opinion, but I guess he can't.
I would play him safety if I could. I love the zone, the run defense.
Yeah. I just don't know about the size. He was small, and the bench didn't qualify him to be a safety, but I could be wrong.
Oh, the bench is fine.
Play him there. You can play him there, can't you? Just
so I don't know if you guys have ever run this experiment, but if you enter a guy into the draft,
right,
and he has a 13 bench, say at corner, so you draft him, and then you couldn't do it in this game, but in the old game, if you draft him, you could change his in the old game. You could change his position to safety, not sign him, and let him re-enter. So a 13 would become like a 20 at safety. The combines change. Yeah, the combines change. They're adjusted to position. So 13 at corner is like a 20, or it's like an 18, 19, 20 at safety.
In the old version.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same now because once you change position and the combines come out the following year, it all gets adjusted to position.
Yeah, I've just never seen the after you position switch them if their body's not quite right. I just haven't seen the ratings bump up like they should.
They'll never play as well, even if the ratings are there.
So that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I would just, I would keep him at corner and then I'd play him at safety, sparingly whenever I needed him, but I just wouldn't position switch him.
Yeah.
And especially, 5'9", 184. I mean, if he was already 200, maybe. but still a great pick. I liked it. Just I'm just in that mode of limiting my dumb players right now.
Yeah, me too.
And then this is the other guy that I thought that Arizona cut a little too early. There's worse guys on teams right now. So I don't know. I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet, but
Oh, Brett, did he cut him?
yeah,
it's free agent.
yeah. Because I mean, I just think that blocking strength might come up since that bench is 35. I just felt it was a little early.
Yeah,
he even went up.
I wouldn't have cut him.
Yeah, he even went up.
Yeah, I mean, he's not what you're hoping for. But
he's got a lot of tackles on his team, so that's probably why.
Veteran, mind
you. He could play guard. I would move inside the guard if he doesn't have guards. I'm not at the game this second. So.
Yeah, I would have kept him.
Huh.
Okay. Sorry, my earpiece died. All right. All right. So what was that last 5 seconds there?
I just said I would have kept him.
Yeah.
He's as good as some of the ones on my roster. So yeah, I would have.
Yeah, I mean, and he's got a lot of good linemen, so I get it. I just think that he was tradable, and then it could have been that because I didn't look today to see if he actually had a file today. Yeah, I'm not sure. It could have been that if he didn't have a file today, maybe the game just got him under 60.
Because he's sitting right at 60 right now.
Yeah, he's got a lot of family stuff going on. So I don't know if the game did that or not. Makes me wonder now if this was a game cut, if all of these were game cuts. Wow.
Oh wow, yeah, it might have been.
Yeah, because I didn't necessarily I looked through them all, but we had a midweek, so I usually just count how many we had from the midweek. And that's interesting. Wow. Well, hopefully that wasn't the case. All right. So anybody want anything else? I know San Francisco, you're more than welcome since you're up late.
No, I'm good. So it's an interesting exhibition too.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for the other GMs because we were just talking about all the corners that look really good. What do you think about the importance of corner in the game?
Less important than safety.
Yeah,
I rely heavily on corner.
It doesn't seem as though you get a lot. If you have a great corner, it doesn't help you as much as I
think maybe it helps overall. I don't think they get the stats. I think they
for corners, it's bump and zone. That's all I really care about.
Oh, I care about bump and man. I don't care about zone.
So in TFL, I have like 2 of the top 3 or 4 cornerbacks, and they're both man zone bump corners, and I think my defense was number 1 rated on that, and especially the pass defense. And I've got good second like safeties as well. And one of the corners who's like 5'9", one DPOY, and I went to the bowl because of the strength of my secondary. So
but don't you think if you have a bad nickel, it almost ruins?
It does, but I have a strong nickel
corner?
too. I mean, I have a 70 rated or a 70 rated left, 80 or 70, high 70, almost 80 rated right, and a 60 rated or 50 to 60 rated nickel.
Yeah, you need to be about 3 or 4 deep at it. So I don't know.
how much it's worth it to really.
Looking
have
at
a corner.
the Raiders corners compared to
My
their
corner-
safeties, I would probably say corner means a little bit, but
Yeah, but he's got a
My-
great defensive line.
My
here's the thing. I get that, but then that means it's all correlated. If you're talking about corners, then let's talk
Yeah.
corners.
Yeah.
my corners had about 20 takeaways.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
I mean, if you got guys with that interception bar as well and play diagnosis, you're going to do some damage.
Yeah.
No matter who the quarterback is. I mean, the only guy that there's two guys that ripped my team apart. Sawblade with what like the 6 all throwing offense that he did in the Super Bowl, and then there was one other guy, and I forget who it was, but like Quicksand, who's like amazing at what he does. Like we silenced fucking his team, like, and I was shocked.
Well, and then we look at the best corner in the draft,
Right? Yeah.
And we'll see what he can do. Unfortunately, he's in my division, but
well, look at my guy Fisher, and then my second cornerback Foley. I mean, I just put a lot of money up to re-sign Fisher. I mean, I invest in that. I think he's the best corner in the league, Fisher.
It's possible, but Kid has something to say about that.
Sure, I there's always somebody.
William, the Eagles have 2 great corners, and if they moved Ike Moon to corner, which I think they should, I don't know why he's playing safety.
Right.
That would be incredible. They would have a great. I mean, their corners would be great.
I mean, strong. For years, I thought free safety was more important than strong.
I don't think it's a big.
It used to be strong.
I don't know.
I don't know about now. But
Strong safety with the run defense helps 3-4 GMs with the run.
Right.
I don't run a 3-4. And then if you talk about RZB, if you try to run a 4-3, the coaching or the staff in that is just terrible.
Well, look at Willie. Look at hiring a fucking 4-3 DC this year. I mean, it was horrible.
Well, I guess I didn't have to think about it, so I really didn't pay attention. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know.
No, but I mean, you were the one hiring them. And you like 4-3 overs, like fucking. They were horrible.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. But in RZB,
I've always been a 3-4 guy.
In RZB, it's worse as far as 4-3. But I agree. He loves some DBs or something because they have a really nice secondary.
But Moon should be corner.
Yeah, he
Moon should be a corner.
Moon looks amazing.
I wanted him last draft as a corner.
Yeah, he should be.
I don't know what happened there.
He just doesn't move people around. I mean, that's Jay Moore, right?
No,
that's Iceman.
Iceman.
Yeah. All right, wrong league.
Yeah, he should not be a safety. He definitely should be a corner. Yeah, him and DeHammer together would be something. There's your free safety.
I mean, in safeties, all you really need is fucking zone and run and play diagnosis and interceptions. I mean, that's safeties don't play fucking man and bump for the most part.
I guess if you have 14 DBs, you're going to have a secondary, huh? Well,
I mean, if you look at the logs, the safeties I've never seen a safety play man and bump in the logs. They're always in zone.
Yeah, Yeah, I think in short yardage, don't they all? And I guess if you're doing that, but
Maybe.
I think they're supposed to be doing that in red zone or short yardage. But yeah, I agree with that. Usually too high or one.
Yeah, 2 or 1. I mean, it's nice to have the other coverages and safety, but I mean, it's a luxury.
Yeah, but to answer his question though, I would rather have a stud strong safety and then I work on my corners and then free is usually last.
Sure.
Well, I've
But
always scrimped on my back 5, 2 inside linebackers and my corners and safeties. I've always kind of scrimped on it. So
now, and your inside linebackers, what coverages do you prioritize on them?
zone, but I really don't care as much about coverages as run stopping.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about pass rush strength?
Pass rush strength and run stopping and zone are what I'm looking for. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so
I
now I
can see that.
Looking at what you did here, and maybe you didn't do that in all your positions. Why are your stud guys inactive?
I'm just trying to get experience with the young guys.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
In preseason, yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in preseason. We're trying things out.
Okay, just making sure that everybody does know that injuries are off. So
yes, which I'm very thankful for. Other leagues, it's you get scared when you look up in the sim.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
On or off, I want the young guys to get on the field.
Yeah, you see that CEI in fucking preseason 3 or 4 though, and then you're like, what the fuck? I mean,
so this is where I start to renegotiate everybody because
absolutely,
I know where they're going to settle as far as ratings, and this is where I'm doing all my contracts and those kinds of things.
I agree with that.
There's money to be opened up this next couple sims, that's for sure. And that's why when we were talking before as far as going out and spending that money for the Rams, that they need to go ahead and do it. Hit those teams up that don't have that cap room and
40 million.
get you some players.
Colton Green at linebacker is going to be released, so if you guys want him, go grab him. I'm not even going to try to get a 7th out of you.
Yeah.
Colton Green, is he tall?
Oh, I don't know.
All right. Hey, nah. I like his coverage, kind of.
He's dropped a lot in the last 2 years. I mean,
I like his size and I like his coverage, but
you don't want him for 11 million.
I'll have enough money, and I need a linebacker, but I need
go grab him.
Run stoppers and zone guys purely.
If you want to grab him, give me a second. 2 years out of 7, and we're good to go.
I never liked those linebackers where all their bars stopped at the midpoint.
Yeah. I thought
this is not like they can do one thing really well.
Yeah, I just want a max run stopping.
Exactly. Find a guy with a crazy ass run stopping bar and everything else, average.
Zone,
that's a useful player.
Play diagnosis maybe, and endurance is important to me. I don't care what I care about endurance, but I don't know if everybody does.
Yeah, you can go.
Play diagnosis is my number one. We
have all our guys on the blocker for 7s, or you can get 2 for a 6. So
Willie's got a fire sale.
Yeah, we got a fire sale going on.
That's what happens when you draft about 25 players.
It's more like a garage sale.
Yard sale, garage sale.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just in the yard.
He's whipping out the old tape
Yeah,
cassettes from the
yeah,
80s
just
and
to-
putting them out there now.
Yeah,
Now,
hey,
I-
if you want
I
this
will
guy,
say-
I'll throw in this guy with him. You know.
Yeah, I will say there was a pleasant surprise because I put in for this guy. Trying to think, where is he at now? And I'm not sure if this is the right guy. I don't think this is the guy. Anyway, we had no, it's this guy, Sharper. Before he was the 18th. I knew that wasn't right. That 1878. I mean, it was just all green.
Oh, the 1887. I think he was
Yeah.
1887 for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
ridiculous.
all green. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
well, Sharper. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
looking at him. Too.
I was like,
oh,
look at this guy that nobody else has seen.
the
So-
shiny bars. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Ooh, shiny.
Yeah. So throw 4 million at him. Then he tanks.
Yes.
And then so we just grab some dude and then look what he does.
Yeah, you feel
Oh,
you
yeah.
feel like
Well-
you feel like Gollum in the fucking Precious, right?
Well, this
then,
is-
Yeah.
This is what I wanted. I can't understand people ever drafting a punter or a kicker. You can find one in free agency.
Right.
yeah, well, look,
There's no reason to waste a pick on a punter or a kicker. I do
Well,
not understand that.
I disagree on the kicker part, but the
God.
that
punter.
late
No.
third round pick, man. You know, it's
No, do not waste the pick. Just take a shot with a guy and miss out on a guy.
Oh, this
You
guy,
can
this
find
guy, this guy's not going to be found in free agency. Now he misses way too
He's
many kicks.
okay.
Don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna blame that on the holder and the long snapper. But
So look at my kicker. Look at my kicker. He's intentionally zero kicking power, but he's got every other bar because I want my coach to go for it when we're on the edge.
just go sign
And I
my
wanted
old
to be able
kicker
to
West.
kick off.
I'm not trying to miss 6 extra points and possibly lose a game though.
Go sign my old kicker West. Then you'll be fine.
I'm
Right.
not touching kickers, but I do not understand people who draft punters and kickers.
He's the top rated one.
You can find one.
Yeah,
Wild West. Phil West.
Is he a kicker or a punter?
He's a kicker.
That must be
Unless
old,
somebody
man.
signed him.
Yeah, I don't see him.
Somebody might have signed him then. I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's possible.
Like 70-something rated kicker.
Yeah, everyone does it. Well, just about everyone. And those who tell me that they don't, that I can find many games where they should have had one. So
Should have had a kicker.
and namely in this game right here.
Yes, especially if you're losing by 1 point or 3.
So I'm just gonna say that. And I want to say we tied that game because he missed an extra point.
Are you talking about our game?
Yes.
Look at him before last year. Look at him before last year. He was really good.
I don't need to go back that far. I'm not going to go back that far in the kicker.
So you're going to go on a 1 year sample size?
Well, no. You tell me if he's good and you don't need him, then that's fine. I get it.
No, I wouldn't say he's good. I'd say he's not worth wasting a draft pick. A better guy is not worth wasting a draft pick. But he is usually good because look at his percentages before last year. He cost us a few games last year. It was very frustrating, but I got to deal with it.
Yeah.
But look at it. 88,
1,
97,
2.
96, 81, 86, 100.
And so it cost you two games the year before, like you were talking about.
I would say 2. What, the year before?
It was 3-point games, so I'm gonna say yeah.
Which games?
That is Indianapolis and Jets.
Indianapolis, he hit every field goal.
Those are 3-point losses. I mean, you know.
Yeah, but he hit everyone. It's not as though he missed them.
But no,
if he
but,
missed
but
the field goal, you could say that.
No,
but if he hit
no,
everyone,
but you
That's
said it yourself.
horrible. You
said
did that
it
to him
yourself.
with me. Oh my God.
Listen, you said it yourself. He has a 0 bar on purpose. That means your coach is going for it.
That's what I want. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's probably why you're losing too.
And
So,
that's
you
why my
can't say
defense.
I want to go for it. I want to go for it. I want to go for it on the edge.
Oh, I hear you. We're ready for that. We got that.
All right.
We got that 4-3 man-to-man fucking 3-man blitz on 4th and 1, then 3rd and 1.
Yeah,
I want to go for it on the edge of field goal range.
Yeah, that's okay. That's it. I want to. Yeah, I'm gonna. You need to chart that one and see how many times you're actually going for it when you probably should be trying to kick a field goal.
Let's go back to last year's 4th down.
So, we'll have
we only went for it
previews.
6 times, so it didn't work out.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. It's possible you're right.
Yeah, that's not an or crank it up the 4th down going for it, but yeah, it's just not enough. I mean,
Let's see the year. Oh no, that was 2 years ago. Sorry, last year. Or no, that was last year. Let's see what 2 years ago.
Yeah,
was.
because I would want.
So 2 years ago we went 16 times on 4th down, and we had a low percentage, but I'm not going to worry about.
Did you tell the kicker he can't kick anything beyond 49 yards or some setting like that, or 35 yards?
No, he doesn't. He just doesn't. He just doesn't kick anything beyond. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
no, that's be told.
Because if you're only going to get 30 net yards, you might as well go for it. So I mean, I'm in agreement with that somewhat.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but that's more on your punter also, not necessarily your field goal kicker.
Well, I actually value punter a little bit more than kicker because I want to pin guys.
If your kicker's not making any 40-yard field goals, don't have one on your fucking team.
Right.
I mean,
but then again, I mean, if you're like I said, but if you can't get at least 30 yards net on a punt, you might as well just go for it.
Yeah.
Not if you're 1 out of 10 like we were last season on 4th down. You shouldn't.
Well, I mean, yeah, not on your own. I mean, but like I say, if you're at midfield, you know, what's the harm? I would much rather, and I've been trying to get, you know, midfield? To go for it. Hell yeah, because you think about it, you're gonna kick it to the 20.
20, yeah.
So if you kick it in the end zone, they're gonna get it to 20 anyway.
Yeah. So you're still talking about 30 yards of field position at midfield.
No, I get that, but what I'm saying is that we should be able to get you should be able to get 10 yards. And if you can't get 10 yards consistently, I'm not saying do it every single time, but most times, especially if you're behind, I want you to go freaking try to win a game. You can't just keep punting.
30 to 40, I want to go for it. That's what I want.
Right.
And I don't care if we're successful or not because that's somewhat random. But I want us to go for it. 30 to 40. It gives us a chance.
Yeah, but
and
no,
even if he's a good kicker at the 45 to 52 range, he's still going to miss a few.
No, but what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is that's a little bit too close for me because at that point, I'm going to have me a decent enough kicker that we're going to be trying to kick field goals at that point.
How much stock are you putting into directional punting too? I mean,
I love punters more than kickers. That's my thing.
Yeah, I like points. So I'm looking at it differently, I guess.
Yeah.
Punting to me is you're basically just playing defense.
Yeah, but you can control the game when you have teams playing inside their 10.
If you can get that to happen, but
field position.
But a lot of times.
But you need a defense. You need a defense. You can't do it without a defense.
Right. Well, sometimes the better play is don't kick the 50-yard field goal and have your directional punter nail them inside the 5.
Right.
And let your defense maybe get a turnover or something.
Yeah, but are you finding those directional punters in free agency? That's where we got.
Yeah,
I have.
You can find the ones that's their only bar. I have another league where that's the only bar, and I bid on the guy, so let's see if I get him. So.
Yeah. So here's a guy with 46. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you guys can, we'll see. There's one.
What was my inside the 20?
There's the guy. There's the guy that we just got rid of, but we know that bar is a lie because the other two were false.
Well, we'll see his directional punting in 5 years, but
I'm not sitting waiting on a punter for 5 years. I'm sorry, Salvi.
Nobody is.
So anyway, anything else, gentlemen?
Gents, I need to go. It is midnight, and I've got to be for 5.5 hours.
Get some sleep there.
Yeah, I don't blame you,
good
sir.
Evening, gents. It was good to speak to you all for once. I finally managed to get on one.
Thanks for joining us.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers.
Later.
Good night.
Yeah, so I mean, I see both of your guys are undrafted. I get you. I see it.
Dave's tapping out on a Friday night.
Well, it's a Thursday night.
It's
right?
a Thursday night, right?
It's Thursday night for him now. It's Friday now.
I know. I know. I'm just kidding.
Friday morning. Yeah. No, but yeah, we're close to wrapping. Anything else you guys want to cover before I break this into 3 pieces?
I'm gonna make a chicken run.
Predictions for the season based on the draft.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, hopefully everybody's kind of covered the draft classes and seen what everybody has. If we okay, we'll start with the AFC North and then we'll go NFC North.
Okay.
And as far as what I see, I didn't see Baltimore make too many strides as far as draft wise. Their second round tight end, I think, was better than the first.
I love that guy.
Jay-Z. Yeah, Jay-Z, his team is usually kind of middling. I know Julio is going to be better. I think Cleveland should be better. Yeah. So can you count out Tua?
No, I'm going Baltimore in that division.
Okay.
Maybe
I'm gonna go
Baltimore.
I'm gonna go Julio. I'm gonna go Cincinnati.
Yeah. Either one.
Anyone else?
Yeah, Julio or Baltimore. I mean, Cincinnati or
Baltimore. Still going Baltimore. I'm still going Baltimore.
Minutes. Okay. Okay, so anybody, was that it? We can move to the North.
I don't know the teams too well, so I'll pass this year's voting.
All right, so NFC North.
That was the North. We're going to the East.
Say it again.
That was the North. We're going to the East.
No. We're.
He went from NFC to NFC.
Yeah, I'm going.
NFC North. NFC North. Sorry.
Yeah.
Green Bay.
No. I'm gonna go Chicago. I like Blanchard.
I was saying the same thing. I just don't know if Harrelson. He should if they start him. He didn't play last year. He's under contract. He should be playing.
I don't trust Green Bay at all.
If Harrelson, I'm just going based off of his draft. I really liked it. I think Big House is probably a year or two away. I'm gonna go. Who's Chicago's quarterback? I'll go Chicago.
I like Blanchard. I know. I don't know why I like Blanchard, but I like him.
I'll just go Chicago.
Yeah.
Rick, you have anything on the North?
No.
I
haven't. I honestly haven't looked at all the teams. I've been deep into rebuilding Tennessee.
Gotcha.
I
All
haven't
right. So
had a chance to look yet, but I usually do my looking right after the preseason ends, and I'll look around.
Okay. Well, we'll stick with NFC. We'll go to the South, and until otherwise noted, I'm taking Yoshikawa and the Saints.
Yeah. I'm going to take Tampa.
Okay. Frankie?
I'm going to stick with Ushi. I know how good of a GM he is, and I know how good of a GM everybody else is in there, and just Ushi's a little bit above what's there. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. So going to the AFC.
And I'm doing that preview.
Yeah. Okay. I think Tennessee is gaining ground, just not quite yet. Mikey is, MIA Mikey right now. I think Jacksonville's draft just didn't pan out quite right, so Southie should be able to handle this.
Agree.
I'm going Tennessee.
Wow.
Nice.
Not sure. Not
we
sure.
always have trouble with them. This is the year. This is the year.
All right, so this is going to be the tough one. We got AFC East. I still think Buffalo did enough on their offensive line and their other. I think they really went offensive heavy early, which doesn't surprise me. So I'll go with Buffalo. Still had messaged that his Lombardi. I guess he tanked, but I guess he went 9 of 9 in the preseason game.
Steele tanked what? Super Bowl?
No, Rocco Lombardi tanked.
Rocky.
Yeah.
So this is the hardest division to call, in my opinion.
It's probably the toughest in the league.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Miami just because the quarterback has to take over at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very close.
Very close.
I'm going to say it's a tie, and I'm going to say Miami wins it, and Buffalo goes as a wild card.
Mm-hmm. And do you think New England would have enough to take 3?
They may have enough to take the second wild card. They might. I don't ever underestimate JJ. I like JJ.
I think it'll be
they're there.
New England or it'll be New England or Denver.
Correct. Denver is amazing.
I think New England could even win the division, but I'm not going to pick them.
All right. Okay, so now we have NFC East.
It's you.
I'm gonna say that I'm picking us because of just of what we've spent the last 2 years, and we just got to be better. And if Blusk and Price aren't enough to compensate for 3 wins and win this division, then I don't know. Maybe it's just time for me to just commission only or something. I don't know.
Well,
I mean, Dallas is tough.
Bob is good.
They are.
I don't love Carlson. I don't love Carlson.
No, I mean, I think the whole division actually is good, and I think at some point it might rival the AFC as far as competition wise. I honestly feel that way.
Good.
Yeah,
so much better.
Yeah, I agree. He's got talent.
I think you're in a two-way brawl with Dallas, and I think you come out because I think. Look, I like Big Bob, right? BG Bob is he's awesome, but I don't see the G-men. I don't see the Eagles coming up because they haven't. And like the Eagles have that great quarterback, and they haven't. You know, they just don't know how to use him, or he's just not that good, and it's one of the two, and I don't know what's wrong with it. I see you with the experience taking over at this point because you got the quarterback, and God bless everybody else in it. It's Willie's division.
Well, well, like I say, it better be, but we still gotta play the games.
Maybe
so,
Carlson's
you never know who's going to get injured. I mean,
yeah. NFC West.
I'm going with Clown.
Yeah, I think there's not enough to overtake him yet.
Yeah,
but I think
I got
goes on a run.
Yeah,
coming up.
I think Arizona just kind of took them by surprise, and I think Clown should bounce back and have that.
Well, his cohesion is bad though, so
yeah, I mean, I think his old line got old, and then he just kind of just let him
completely turned it over,
all go. Yeah. So if that plays that major factor, then Arizona probably might go ahead and do it again, but then that opens the door for Dave if his cohesion is that bad.
Well, look, Dave is an experienced fucking guy, and he kind of knows how to run stuff after he figures it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what, I don't put anything past Dave because I've seen him win. I just don't see him winning unless something happens to the other team.
Yeah, I mean, if Daniels was maybe in his third or fourth year, I'd see it. I don't see it in his rookie year though.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So lastly, can anyone overtake Easy in the West in the AFC?
No.
Okay.
Not this year. Not until Mott goes south.
All right. So what are we thinking? 13-3 again, or is he gonna, be the eighth club to go 15-1 again, or better? I'm surprised he actually lost. Yeah, I'm surprised he lost the division. Well, he was 7. No, he was actually 5-1 last year in the division.
I think
6-0. Sorry, yeah,
13-3 is an expectation, and you can go up or down because of that. I think there are some tougher teams. I didn't look at his schedule. I don't know if he's facing Buffalo, Miami. I don't know if he's got the AFC.
Yeah, I think he actually is. Yeah,
he's playing the NFC North. I think he should be able.
No, they got the East. They have the East.
AFC East.
Yeah, they have the East. Hold on, that's the wrong one. Yeah, they have the East.
And the NFC North.
And the NFC North.
Yeah, AFC so maybe both. Yeah.
I see he's going to lose 3 games in the regular season. Probably Buffalo once, probably Miami once, and probably
Miami. I don't think so.
I don't know, man. Brian's pretty fucking tough.
If he has a slip, I'd say he slips maybe once with Denver. I could see him possibly losing to Buffalo, and I could see him losing to either Cincinnati or New England.
Cincinnati.
Oh wait, I got him at home. I always beat him at home.
Well, Cincinnati, I could see him losing that too. Yeah, and if Mott gets hurt, he's at 11-5. You know what I mean? But
Mott's gotten hurt in a few years. I think it was last year.
He got hurt last year. Yeah,
and the year before.
How many games was he out?
He missed 4 last year and 1 the year before.
The game.
Jesus, I wonder who he faced when Mott was out, though.
He actually did pretty well, considering that, because I think Mott was out and Let's see. Was it this game?
Look, I'm going to say it like this. Look, Steele is a very good GM, right? But Steele is nowhere on the level of Rob. And Rob can out GM him without Mott. And I think Buffalo is probably the second best team in the AFC. But Steele doesn't know what he's doing with them all the way yet.
Yeah, Mott was back. Mott was back when they lost to Buffalo last year in the regular season.
Buffalo's not as good as they were last year, but I still think they're pretty good.
Yeah, I listen. I think Buffalo is going to win.
No, I don't think they have anywhere near the roster that take away the quarterbacks. I don't think it's comparable to.
Look, as much as I don't like the teams in the AFC East because I'm a fucking huge Jets fan, I give credit for what Steele's done. He's not as he's predictable, and like in the first game I played against him, and even in the last for the most part, we went up, we took them up their ass. And I had a shit team.
Yeah, but look at each unit for the Raiders against each unit for Buffalo. I don't know any amount of game planning that can compensate for that.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm just saying. Look, Steele's very good. His team is very good. It's not as good as Rob's, and he could beat him. I mean, he could.
Yeah, you could, but I honestly, there's something to be said about that first week too. So
honestly,
yeah.
Yes.
Week one is a whole lot different than the rest of the season.
Yeah, because you don't have the game film,
right?
Which matters immensely. I mean, the game. Once you see what people are doing, unless they're changing it on defense, and formation wise. You can kind of like compensate to skew it in your advantage.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pull a Southie, but yeah, they have to play the Commanders this year.
Oh boy, there you go.
Are you home?
Everybody's got to play the Jets too.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right, gentlemen, I do have to run. I appreciate you guys joining me. I'm going to be talking with Yushikawa on Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern. Actually, no, 9:30 Eastern. 9:30
One of my
Eastern.
favorite people.
So if you guys want to roll through, that's fine. He's going to do his AFC South, I think, preview. If not, it's AFC North, one or the other. And then
maybe he can talk about our trade.
And then he's also going to do deep dive into his game planning. So you might want to check that out if you can. We've gone a whole almost going on 5 hours, I think. So, but I'm gonna chop this just a touch, but we're gonna divide it into 2 segments, and I'll have hopefully both of those released tomorrow.